I just want to put a disclaimer here that this video was filmed before the allegations of Tana being microaggressively racist towards Kahlen Barry came out. I obviously stand with Kahlen Barry. He has enough receipts to show that Tana was being racist towards him, and I do not support a racist like her. I also don't support her after I watched her MTV show and saw how disgustingly ugly her behavior was. I used to actually be such a big Tana fan. I'm pretty sure I even made a video talking about how I think that she just exaggeratedly for attention, but after all these allegations, I really cannot support her anymore. However, this video is not about her being racist and her being rude and just generally a bad person. This video is about her face tuning and photoshopping herself. The biggest issue I have is for a YouTuber like her to always come out in every single video and be like, I'm so authentic, this is authentically me, I am the realest YouTuber, I am so real, I am so raw. For her to always come out and make these claims and not show her true self on Instagram, it makes me question her as a person as well too. She's setting an unrealistic beauty standard which is not attainable. If you have plastic surgery, at least you can still attain that type of beauty if you wanted to, but she never promotes working out. I've never even heard her talk about working out, but she thinks that she can just make her stomach super skinny and super small and make her waist super small when she could have just, worked out and worked hard on her body, made herself healthy, talked about healthy eating. And she can also be that type of YouTuber to be real and authentic and post her rolls and post her double chin. She could make a 5-head trendy if she wanted to. She could make muffin tops a trend if she wanted to. She could really show her followers, her large audience, how beautiful it is to just like be a thick woman, or to be a woman who has stretch marks, or be a woman who also has like a kind of square type figure. She has that power, and the fact that she doesn't take it is to me what is most disappointing anyways. And I just want to make it like super clear that I think it's totally fine if you want to change the lighting, if you get rid of a pimple, if you want to smooth out your skin a little bit. Like, I think it's totally fine to like edit your pics and like, change the lighting, brighten it up, like remove like a strand of hair that's like in your face or something. I think that's totally fine, but what I disagree with is changing your whole actual appearance. Pretty much like catfishing the internet. And I want to talk about it in the most like delicate way I can, because I think a lot of people who do use Facetune might be actually insulted by what I'm saying. I don't have Facetune. I'll show you guys, like I'm filming with my phone, so I'll show you a clip here. See, it says get instead of like use or like whatever it is. I don't Facetune my pics, I don't edit my pics. I have one pic that I remember where I edited my eyes bigger, and I instantly felt really bad because all of the comments were, wow, you're so gorgeous, you're so pretty, you've got beautiful eyes. I felt like I wasn't a good enough role model. Some girls can look at that photo and be like, I wish my eyes were as big as hers, when in reality I edited them bigger. But Tana Mongeau. The reason why I'm so annoyed with her badly and heavily editing her pics on Instagram is that it sets an unrealistic standard to young girls who follow her. She knows that her following isn't just older women like me. She does have quite a young following as well too. The difference between having plastic surgery is that at least when girls see celebrities who are open about their surgeries, who are open about getting lip injections, if they're insecure about their lips, if they're insecure about their body or their nose, they know one day I can work hard, I can become successful, I can make money, and I can one day afford to get lip fillers or afford to have a nose job if that's what I want in the future. I am completely for plastic surgery, if you want to pay for those adjustments, because at least that is something that everybody else in the world can do. If you're making your waist this small and your ass this big, making your eyes this big, making your face this small, what you're showing, this is how girls from LA or wherever, this is how girls should look like. And then they're gonna feel bad about themselves and they're gonna be like, why don't I look like Tana Mongeau? Tana Mongeau has a big butt, she's got big tits, she's got a tiny waist, she's got big lips and a pointed jaw, when in reality she doesn't have a pointed jaw. Let me just like get into the photos and then we can like talk about it. On the right is what she actually looks like. Gorgeous. Let me just say, she looks gorgeous. As you can see, the main difference. She made herself have a pointy chin, she made her waist skinnier, she made herself tanner, made her forehead smaller. The edited photo looks like a different person, in my opinion. Obviously, if I see the photo, I'm like, oh, that's Tana Mongeau. Compared to her original photo, she really did change it quite a bit. So the photo to the right is the original photo. She looks stunning. Fuck me, man, she looks stunning. What she's done here, again, made her forehead smaller, made her waist skinnier, and then just like fixed the coloration of her skin. Fixing the coloration of your skin is fine in my opinion. Like, I like to have pink tones in my skin because I don't like when my skin has like green tones, whether that's from the lighting or the camera or whatever. It's just crazy to me because Tana Mongeau, in my opinion, is such a gorgeous woman. She's so gorgeous. It sucks that she has to manipulate her pictures to fit this ideal beauty standard, which is skinny waist, when in reality, even if she had a big tummy, I'd be like, fuck, she's still a gorgeous fucking woman. Like, you guys have to be fucking blind if you think she's not gorgeous. She's obviously, you know, cinched in her waist. She made her jaw pointy. I think what's obvious to her edits is that she likes to make her forehead a bit smaller, and most people wouldn't recognize the difference. I don't recognize the difference, but the part that I recognize the most difference that I think is a little bit ingenuine is the jawline. She makes her jawline pointy. I didn't know that Tana Mongeau was editing her pics until I saw this one. I literally went on her page, Tana Mongeau. First second I saw this photo, I was like, fuck, she's a goddess. And I literally felt like a little bit bad for myself because I was like, damn, she's like perfect. She's got the cutest face. And then I remember like zooming in, and I zoomed in here, and I saw that this pillar went like that, and that's when I started googling like Tana Mongeau Facetune edits or like Photoshop fails. I saw this one girl post on Instagram, and she was just like, when everyone adds the grainy effect because they Facetuned themselves too much, so they use the grainy effect. And I felt like really fucking like offended for a second because I don't Facetune my photos, and I'm really proud to say that I don't Facetune my photos. I was like, no, like I add grain to my photos because it's part of like the visco filter, but I'm like, no, it's not because I Facetune myself. Fuck y'all. So the most common one I see about her, you know, just spat everywhere. She's got a skinny waist. The photo on the right, you know, she's got a bit of a tummy. Here, it's kind of obvious that like she just had a bit of a big lunch. Like, every woman and every man's weight fluctuates throughout the day, throughout the weeks. No one is gonna be stick thin like every day of the year. I look very different to the morning before I had breakfast than like the end of the day where I've like already had 3 meals. Instead of teaching girls like, learn to love your long forehead, learn to love that little extra chin under yours, your body isn't always gonna be a Coca-Cola, like learn to love your waist when it's not fucking thin as fuck. And that's why all of these Instagrammers who are showing their fat rolls, who are showing their like uncomfortable, ugly looking poses, I respect them so much more because they're like, guys, this is me. Obviously, what I post on Instagram is where I'm doing the best angles, the best lighting on a day where I haven't like stuffed my face with a bunch of food. And I appreciate those people so much more because they're so much more real and they're showing other girls. Yes, obviously, I look like I have a pudge when I angle myself this way, but like on my Instagram, I always angle myself in a flattering way. And to people who follow me on Instagram, I obviously post the nicest, flattering photos of the bunch. I'm like one of those people who take like 20 photos and then like pick one and be like, okay, that's the most perfect one, but like out of all the other ones look fucking trash, but that one that is still achievable, that is still attainable. First glance, I don't really recognize the difference. The reason why I'm, you know, including this as well too is because she literally has a skinny waist before she even edited it smaller. Like, she literally looks so like skinny and fit before she edited her waist even smaller. That's why I think that it's so sad, because when every single person on Instagram decides to use Facetune, then they make people like me who don't use it, the regular person, look fucking ugly, because now all these girls have Barbie faces. They're absolutely flawless. They've got the most structurally correct or beautiful face. And then when normal people decide to post like regular selfies, regular body photos, they are the ones who look ugly or unnatural. Instagram has just become a place where it's just the perfect woman, the perfect man. Okay, so the weirdest thing I find about this video is that the only person who's edited is Tana. I really don't mind too much about the forehead because you could like literally take a photo and then like put your hair a certain way and it could make your forehead smaller. And also for like girls who are insecure about their foreheads, they could just get like a different hairstyle or like get a fringe or like wear a beanie or something. Like they can still like, you know, shape their forehead, whether that's like with contouring. But like with the waist thing, like some girls, they just like, it doesn't matter how much they work out, it doesn't matter like how many diets they take, they just are not built to have that type of waist. Like I'm pretty square, like my body is very like stick, so I cannot like just have that like big dip in my waist. What she looks before is literally gorgeous. Like she's got nice boobs, like she looks so pretty. So yeah, she only edits herself. I don't really know what's the point in bringing that up. It's just like more noticeable because someone else is in the photo. So this, oh, this photo, so edited, original. Her face in the edited looks so different, like ridiculously different. Her nose, her eyebrows, her eyes. Yep, same thing with the waist. She makes it smaller. She makes her forehead smaller, as you can see. She like lifts up her whole like face, like pulls it up, makes it look like she's got like a lot of Botox. I think a lot of people like relate this to like LA and how you have to be like a perfectly beautiful person to be even like taken seriously, affecting these celebrities in a negative way. But having like such a large audience and having like a voice that's like big enough, like think about every scandal she's been through. She's been through like so many scandals and she's still quite relevant. Like people still know who she is, people still follow her, people still like her, people still include her. Her YouTube videos are all about like, oh, I'm raw, I want to be the most authentic me. I don't think it's authentic to edit yourself so drastically like this, you know what I mean? She can be the person to be like, it's all about being your authentic self, about being true to yourself, about being who you are meant to be, but she's not, because she's obviously not accepting who she is. I'm only saying this because I truly believe she has the power to actually like make a difference, especially with her following. Like she can actually like get girls to stop like face tuning their photos and like make it funny and make it beautiful, like your rolls, your like extra pudge on your tummy. Like she could literally make like love handles, like muffin tops. She could make that trendy if she wanted to, because she's also a trendsetter in many ways, whether you like it or not. So this video is a bit more of a close-up. I'm surprised she doesn't do too much with her lips, and I think that's the reason for it is because, you know, she's got filler. So I think it's like good that she doesn't like edit her lips too obnoxiously, because at least like she's been open about having filler, having her nose job, so at least girls who are insecure about having small lips or about their nose, they know that like if I worked hard like Tana Mongeau, if I saved up money, I'd be able to have what I want. And if what they really want is to have an augmentation or to like, you know, have some surgery or filler, I think that's totally like fine, because it's still yet again attainable. She really doesn't like her forehead. It's just crazy because I've never looked at Tana Mongeau and been like, wow, if she had a smaller forehead, like she would be perfect. Like I've never looked at her like that. So obviously this is like a personal insecurity of hers. Yeah, in this photo she just like edits her makeup a little bit, which I think is fine because you can still do that with makeup. Okay, this one, first of all, like she looked like Britney Spears when I first saw this. Like her face is so pretty already. Okay, this one I saw everywhere as well too. It's her in these jeans, and she's obviously made her butt more rounded, more bigger. But the whole butt thing, like I really don't get, because like without her having like the edited butt, like she still looks like really cute. And like any of us girls know, when you wear baggy pants like this, your butt isn't gonna shine through because it doesn't like hug your thighs, so it doesn't give it that look. Still edits her butt bigger. Yeah, she obviously edited her face a little bit. To me it's kind of weird because like if I saw her in the not edited pic, I'd be like, oh, it's just the pants. Like, you know, like us girls, we know we have some clothes that's just not flattering from the behind. I'm not gonna fucking drag her too hard on this one, because I've definitely had days where like I've got a pudgy stomach, and then when I'm taking a photo, I'm like I like suck it in and then I angle myself right. So okay, so this one is a photo from her and Jake Paul's wedding. It seems like the photos were taken like a few seconds apart. She likes when she has a more defined jaw, and I honestly would not realize that that's like an insecurity she has without like seeing these before and after pics. Yeah, okay, so now that I already know that she edits her waist smaller, I bet you $100 she's edited her waist smaller in this pic, because I know she edits her waist smaller and her butt bigger. I honestly wouldn't put it past her to have edited this pic. Also, imagine if she picked up a Pilates class and then grew her ass bigger and managed to make her waist super flat, and she posts that pic on Instagram, but now because everybody knows that she edits her pictures, nobody's gonna think that that's actually her, and she wants to show off her like new body that she worked so hard to achieve for people to be like, oh, well, you're not credible, like that's obviously edited. Firstly, she looks like Ashley, like her friend in the first photo. I know she edits her butt bigger, so I wouldn't put it past her. What really pushed me to make this video was I saw this photo on Instagram from whenever it was posted. It was posted really recently, and I don't know if this is edited or not, but because I know that she edits her pic, I like zoomed in on her because I was like, damn, her ass and her waist look so good. I zoomed in and like the road like bends upwards towards her waist, and I was just like, ugh. I hadn't seen any pages post it, so I just thought I would include it here. And then I looked at this pic on her Instagram as well too, and then I like zoomed in. That doesn't look straight to me. I haven't seen anyone else like use that pic. Then this one to me was like the most obvious, because like look, the thing that's straight in the back is like bent towards her. The other pics, it's like straight. Let me just like recap what was the point of this. I think as an influencer, you are setting a standard to your audience. I just think it's fucking weird. I think it's fucking weird how she like is so bad at editing herself that like I realized that she was editing herself just from a photo, and that's when I started like digging deep and finding out all this evidence that she does edit herself. She's known to lie to us, so it makes me feel like her always like saying like I'm so authentic, I'm so raw, is also a lie. And then it makes me think, what else has she also been lying to us about? If she has to go to every video and be like, I promise you I'm telling you the truth because I'm a raw authentic person, that makes me feel like, are you really telling me the truth? Because when I tell a story time, I don't have to shake you guys and be like, I'm telling you the truth, you know me, I'm raw and authentic. And that's my point. We should also hold the people that we like, the YouTubers we follow, the people that we've been following for years, we should also hold them accountable, because I've been a Tana Mongeau like fan pretty much since her bleach and tone video for years, like literally back when I was in high school. It's okay to be a fan of someone and disagree with them. It's okay to be a fan of someone and be like, okay, what they said and what they did in this situation is not okay. It's okay to be a fan of someone and hold them accountable. And my last disclaimer for this video is that if you do Facetune yourself, I don't hate you. I understand that it comes from some insecurities, but as long as you're not making yourself look like a completely different person, and as long as you're not like telling people that like, oh, I'm me and only me and raw, and like I'm not editing any of my pics, to be consistent with what you stand for. Here's the quote of the day. If you guys want to be part of quote of the day for my next video, make sure to comment a quote that you really like, whether it's related to this video or something else. Love you guys all so much. Bye!